Hello YouTube! Flashlight Enthusiast here. Another unbelievably spectacular light on my channel. This time is the Wuben A1, so their most epic SBT90 thrower. And not only single SBT, but 4 SBT90 LED thrower. Comes with this big plastic case that is just gigantic, but well, the flashlight isn't the tiniest either. So it is surely well protected, and you've got a nice case, a carry case, to bring your flashlight to all your adventures. So without further ado, let's show you what we've got inside, like a true treasure box, I guess. So inside the package we do have multi-language manual of A1, a box with shoulder strap. Looks like this, so it seems that we also have spare O-rings, 2 of them, in case you need replacement. Some screws for the handle, I suppose, and a nice quality shoulder strap. Wow, look at that. Surely should be comfortable, right? The thing that worries me is the metal attachment points, so that I would fear that I would scratch my precious anodization on this beast. Charger, which is similar to those offered by Imalent. We've got 90 volts 3 amps, so a little bit more powerful than those supplied by Imalent as R16 or MS18 for example, but it's still a standard barrel plug, so no USB-C charging port here. However, I do have a solution. One of other flashlight enthusiasts found this on AliExpress, so you do have this barrel plug from one side, but from the other you've got standard USB-C, so in case you have the powerful USB-C charger like 65 watt or 100 watt, then you can use such adapter, not to worry about other plugs that are not standard. Pretty handy, huh? Speaking of chargers, Lumen decided to make it universal, so you've got 4 different plugs. Doesn't matter where you live in the world, this charger will supply you with power. Take for instance European plug, and voila, you're good to go. Last but not least, we do have the Wuben A1 itself. Here we've got some cardboard protecting the handle and remote switch. Just remember to screw down the whole battery pack so that the flashlight could be operational. Alright, here it is, the Wuben A1 itself. Amazing, unbelievably bright and powerful thrower. After reviewing the BLF GT98, I cannot believe it that I say this, but this is extremely lightweight. Still weighs a little bit under 3 kilograms, but look, the ergonomics are just gorgeous. Look at those details here, the knurling on the battery pack. Everything is just so well machined. We've got a nice handle, rubberized grip with remote pilot, set of 2 switches to operate the flashlight. UI is really simple, I'll show you in a moment. Then we've got some attachments here on the head to attach your shoulder strap. And then look at this. This is no kidding really, I measured over 96 degrees Celsius, so please be cautious. One of the main advantages of Wuben A1 is its huge battery pack. It uses 8 21700 cells and boasts to be a 14.4 volts 8400 mAh battery pack. So combined with only 4 SBT90 LEDs, this is a reasonable package of power to battery capacity ratio. The charging port is located at the back of the battery pack. It is not the easiest things to do, but if you unscrew this tail cap, lack of grease I can sense here, then you will gain access to all the control center. Here you do have obviously the charging port, the barrel plug. Here you have the power bank function, USB-A 5 volt out, and here you do have the battery indicator. When you press this switch marked as out, you will get the idea of what battery percentage you have still remaining. One thing worth mentioning is that tail standing is only possible in a stable way when the battery cover is unscrewed. Double spring design, gold plated contacts, everything just looks amazing on this Wuben A1. The design is really neat and simple. You've got a gigantic battery pack and you do have two switches right in front of you. You get something really weird protruding from here, but I will explain later. And from the other side you do have this ergonomic rubber covered handle, so that this 3 kilogram flashlight could be even held during the walk or search and rescue action. Here at the business end, things are getting really interesting because you've got 4 SBT90 LEDs which provide a 20,000 lumen illumination, which is just absurdish. And look at the size and depth of those reflectors. Those are not a joke here. Really nice work here, anti-reflective coating in place obviously, and the finish and machining of those reflectors are just a piece of art. No dust can be found here, everything is just perfect, and we do have some protection of stainless steel bezel because this glass is really huge. As you could probably spot, we've got switches on the handle as well as on the body, which means you can unscrew the handle and use only the flashlight, or you can use the handle with the switches underneath, which is really handy, but Wuben did a step further. Here on the handle there is the remote control for the flashlight itself. That's why we've got this weird protruding thing from the side of the flashlight, which is the receiver from the remote controller. I highly appreciate what Wuben did here. However, I have to state that this thing is protruding really far from the body, and thus a little bit of combination of luck and clumsiness might destroy it in a bit of a second, so be careful with that. The remote control is tiny and really ergonomic, and you can charge it via the USB-C charging port. User interface is quite easy and straightforward. We've got one turn on switch on the button and mode switch on the upper one. So click the upper one for mode switching and then turn the flashlight off. Single click at the lower switch. As you can see, we've got the battery status indicator of the remote controller itself on the remote controller. If you'd like to have a shortcut to turbo mode, turn on the flashlight and then hold the W button, so the upper one, and then you will have access to amazing turbo output. Single click of the W button will return you to the last used mode. You can also activate the strobe by holding the turn on button from off for a couple of seconds, then single tap of W button will turn the SOS mode on, single click again to return to the strobe mode, and then turn the flashlight off. There is also a shortcut for turbo mode from off, just hold the W button. And there you go, momentary turbo. Isn't it amazing? User interface and operations are identical whether you're using the remote controller or physical buttons built into the side of the flashlight. So, whichever one you choose, it is simple and easy to understand. There is also this breathing blue light under the main switch on the flashlight's body to let you know when the flashlight is located. There is your remote battery charging indicator, and then the main lights battery indicator. Here are my lumen measurements of the Wuben A1 Quad SBT90 LED. If you need more time, feel free to pause the video. Looking at the runtime graphs, you can clearly see that this is not a boost driver flashlight. However, the performance is still spectacular. Look at the start, we've got over 20,000 lumens, and mind you, this step down started right away with over 17,392 lumens at 30 seconds, mind you, so international standards, and then around 5,866 lumens after 3 minutes and 19 seconds after the step down ended, and the flashlight head hit 96 degrees Celsius, mind you, so the 90 degrees label on the head is definitely not an exaggeration here. As you can see, flashlight held way over 5,000 lumens for the first 60 minutes, so 1 hour, and then slowly decreased brightness to turn off after approximately 2 hours and 2 minutes, with flashlight body stabilizing at around 60 degrees Celsius. Looking at the level 5, so normally high mode, here as you can see we've got over 10,773 lumens after 6 minutes and 7 seconds of operation before the step down occurred, over the course of like 50 seconds to around again 5,000-ish lumen level. And here again, no boost driver, but you've got over 5,400 lumens until like first 38 minutes, and then slow decrease, gradual linear decrease of output to turn off after approximately 2 hours and 35 minutes. Flashlight body stabilizing at around 51 degrees Celsius, so not that hot really, but quite warm. Last but not least, level 4, so here I would suspect some stable output, but well, it is the until approximately 1 hour and 56 minutes, so nice stabilized output of around 4,000 lumens, and then gradual decrease over time, like linear decrease, to turn off after approximately 5 hours and 2 minutes, and the flashlight body is stabilized at 42 degrees Celsius. So as you can see, the performance is quite spectacular, but not perfectly flat. Is it a problem? For me, not really, but for those who care, take notice. There are really almost non-competitors when it comes to such an extreme floody thrower. However, I do happen to have a Lumen GT90 on me today, so I will compare those two monsters against each other. And just to make something more attainable for the test, I also bring the Himalayan SR16 with 16 XHP 50.3 high intensity and 55,000 lumens. Last but not least, something with single SBT90 LED, mainly the Trustfire T90R. A great flashlight from maybe a less respected brand, however we do judge flashlights, not brands. Right? Single SBT90, let's see how they all compare in the darkness. Overall, I consider Wuben A1 to be quite an ambitious project, and I highly appreciate that Wuben was brave enough to launch it. Let's face it, with almost $1,000 MSRP, all nearly 3 kilograms of weight, and sheer size of this flashlight is probably discouraging for most, even enthusiast people. On the other hand, we've got unbelievable performance when it comes to 2.5 kilometers throw, combined with extraordinary power of 4 SBT90 LEDs that actually have almost non-competition on the market whatsoever. Maybe some Lumen top GT4 or GT98, but other than that, you're really stuck with single SBT90 throwers. And although they do deliver similar throw, they will never give you the sheer banana face when you double hit the switch. Personally, I would probably choose still a Acebeam K75 for the same throw with less output and much more compact size and weight. However, if you're looking for some thrower monster that will surpass 2.5 kilometers throw and still deliver insane amount of light, then I think you should definitely consider Wuben A1 amongst the candidates. Sure, it is heavy, it is big, however with 8 cells inside the battery pack it delivers a reasonable performance as opposed to the competition. With good solid build quality, deep reflectors and remote control, it definitely offers something unique on the market right now. If you enjoyed this video, I highly encourage you to hit the like button and subscribe button to support the algorithm and help the channel grow. If you have any questions or your personal comments and experience, please let me know in the comment section down below. As always guys, there is a small coupon code for our community, so if you know anyone that would be interested in Wuben flashlights, just let them know. Details under this video. Thank you so much for watching and your support guys, and we'll see you in the next one.